and welcome back to Let's Go, and today we're going to be opening a brand new scooter. Before we get started, I want to give my friends out at Myanmar my ultimate support. I hope that things do resolve fairly quickly, and I hope that you are all safe despite the situation. Let's get started. Okay, so when it comes to scooters, there are a couple of different types. You've got your commuter scooters, you've got your sports / commuter scooters, you've got your off-road scooters, and you've essentially got your last mile scooters. This is the Zukboard City 2, and Zukboard have actually contacted me and said, we've got a scooter that is actually very popular in Korea. This is a very popular scooter in Korea. Let's see how the English market fares. So it's down to you guys. Do you like this scooter? Don't you like this scooter? Let us know down in the comments below. This fits in between sort of the commuter scooter and city scooter or last mile scooters, but with a couple of little bit of differences. We're gonna jump straight into it. So I've already undone the box like I usually do because I just waste absolutely loads of time. Made in China. And this scooter is a little bit different compared to what you're usually used to, because instead of it being all metal, it actually comes with a wooden board. Hence the board in the name. So open it up. Your typical moulded foam to keep it protected. And the scooter itself, and it's all wrapped in plastic. Even my other one didn't do that. And oh my god, that is light. That is extremely light compared to what I'm used to. It's around 14-15 kilos. So let's put that to the side. And what else do we have in the box? Charge cable, US cable there. The finger throttle, so there's no thumb throttle on this one, finger throttle. Put that to the side. Some nice little handy tool there, guide, and the two grips. Anything else in the box? No, okay. So I need to find the next, I don't know, a cord now to go with that. So let's get the scooter out of the plastic. So this does come in a few colours. You can have red, blue, as you see here, or black. Not many people buy the blue one. I don't know why, but I quite like it. I thought if nobody else is going to buy it, I'm going to have that instead. Full disclaimer, I actually, they've given me this free of charge to review and to be completely honest with it. Right, so maybe we should just get the guide out first. I don't want to be some weight to those, kind of a rubbery plastic texture, not anything too soft, not too hard. I'd say it could do with a little bit more softness, but we'll see when we take it out for a ride. And the tools. So we'll put this together with the tool that comes in the box. And I've just realised, have you seen here, like they've, oh not here, go around the other side. They've actually put a guard on there to stop that wobbling, and you know, this is what Ninebot should have done from the beginning. Nice chunky cable there. Where does that go? So that goes down into the motor. So the battery is actually located in the stem. So all the weight is in the stem, but it's apparently very stable. And they've actually put, so you've got Zukboard there. And then you've got my channel name on there. So thank you very much for that. That's a nice touch. So nothing on telling you how to put that together. So let's figure this out ourselves. So to get this open, I believe we just press this down here. There we go. Oh, that was super simple. So there's a little latch there. Push the scooter forward and down. It's a nice chunky kickstand, and it's got a bit of knurling on the bottom as well for grip. I wouldn't say it's the longest board, but it's adequate. It's this little city ride about, you jump about with it. And so the battery in here is actually 10.5 amps, and it's a 36 volt. Around, the claim range is around 22 miles, I believe. We're gonna have to test that. Right, so we're now gonna pop the handlebars on, and I think this should go on first. So we'll put the trigger mechanism on first, I guess. And instantly we've got power. And it looks like it comes with a full battery as well. So we're not going to tighten that up yet, we're going to put the handlebars on. So standard, you only get one brake cable, but that's all you need really for a city rider. You don't need, it's nice to have double braking, but you don't need it. The brake that's on here is adequate enough for most people, and typically around the city you wouldn't be going too fast anyway. And we'll tighten that down at the end, so we want to make sure that we've got our handlebars on first. So they just twist on. So when you come to pack it away, it's going to be absolutely super simple just to take these off and store it away. Got a nice little logo there saying Zukboard just on there, and the little charger port just there. This doesn't have any official IP water rating, so when you're out there, apparently water can, well, this isn't sealed round here, so you've got to be careful of that. I'm guessing you could probably just take that off, add a little bit of silicone to it, it'll be fine. But the actual mechanism and everything down there is waterproof, and you can take it out. And I believe the deck as well is waterproof. Coming onto the deck itself, it is Canadian maple. There are a few designs that you can have on this. I will show you the designs. I'll put a screenshot here of the designs that you can have. And you can also customize your own design on it. So you can have whatever you want on here. Essentially stain the wood, I think, or they create like a vinyl that goes over it. I have opted for the simple grip tape because in the wet, the vinyl is going to get a bit slippery, and I want to make sure that I'm as safe as I could possibly be, and that's going to sit like that. Mine has come loose. The ones that have come from the factory will have them already on there. This is a modular system as well, so if you wanted to take the front and the rear suspension off and change them out or do whatever, you can do that very easy by undoing these bolts. We do have front and rear suspension, so lifting it up there, you can see the suspension under there. So this is designed with suspension in mind. You've got a nice amount of clearance between you and the floor. Now we've got the handlebars set up, time to pop the grip tape on. So you can leave it blank if you want, it's just, you're not gonna have much grip. Okay, I think that's the way to do it. You're gonna do kind of one side and then line it up with the other side. It's not perfect, but it's on there. It looks all right. It's got Zukboard City on there, which is good. Coming onto the brake, it looks like it's a standard sort of disc brake. You've got the, it's got Zukboard written on there, which is kind of nice. They like their brand in here. The cable comes all the way through, and actually through the, there's like a little cutout under the deck there, and that goes all the way across into this blue wire here, and then up here. The brake lever itself is actually, it feels like it's solid aluminium, I guess, and it's a little bit of a weird shape, but it, you know, it fits the styling. Typical finger throttle. You can actually adjust these back and forth across these bars, which is kind of nice. So when it comes to lights on your scooter, it's quite important that they not only allow you to see where you're going, but allow other people to see you too. I think I've got that covered with the blue. We have a little light just here for the front, and it looks like a kind of, I don't know, false light. It's kind of like a studio light, I think, in the sense that it's got like a diffuser on it, and it's not really there to let you see where you're going. It is essentially a light to let everybody know where you are. So if we press the light on, which is by pressing down and holding mode, you get a scattered light that goes everywhere. It's quite bright, but it's not focused to where you want it to go. Also on the rear, any scooter that you buy, the rear light is not really looked at because it's so low down. Got the brake, that does flash, but this could be a bit brighter. I would always recommend somebody getting a light for their backpack or helmet light or something to allow people to see you, because they're not going to be looking down here unless it's super bright. This is a city scooter. It is meant to be where all the lights are, and you don't really need anything to illuminate the way. They are there to allow people to see you coming. The front one is anyway. You do have reflectors on the sides as well, so that's a nice touch. So now it's all set up, let's have a little look at the brake. So it's a simple switch on. I'm not going to go into too much detail with the system on here. We can do that at another time, and it's fairly similar to most other systems. Okay, I know what you're thinking. That front suspension really does look like a brand that we all know. And that is true. This is actually the first scooter to use this style. It's called the wishbone suspension, if you didn't know the actual term of it. And they created the patent for it, and they have allowed manufacturers to copy their design, and also a well-known brand that we use for our 9bot, they use this design as well, so that's where you know it from. And this is where it originally started, on the Zukboard. The Zukboard is around sort of 2 years, started in, well, 3 years old now, 2018, I think. And it's not had a huge impact on the market over here yet, because they've had success in Korea. And now they've decided, why not? Why not bring it over to the UK? Let's see what you guys think. So when it comes to specs, as you can imagine, it's not the greatest in terms of power and battery life, but in terms of the form factor, it's pretty good. You're going to get a 10.5 amp 36 volt Samsung battery pack in the stem here, and you can charge it with this little hole up here. Currently it comes only with the I think it's a US or Chinese plug that's in there. If there's enough interest in the UK, they'll add that plug there as well. The charger that's in here is the 42 volt charger with a 2 amp input. It's classed as a fast charger. It's probably about 4 to 6 hours charging, typical charge times on a scooter. You get the one disc brake that comes as standard on there on the back, and it does come with a electronic brake as well, but no regen. Top speed of 15 miles per hour or 25 kilometers. That can go up to 30 kilometers with a little bit of tweaking in the dashboard there, but for legality reasons it comes with 25 kilometers out of that. So you do have a front pneumatic tyre which is air-filled, and a solid rear tyre. They are both 8 inches. In my opinion, I prefer the pneumatic tyres because it adds more comfort to the ride, and it also allows more grip because of the deformation in the tyre. But the weight on here, typically on the rear tyre, it would allow the tyre to be, allow air to escape more, which I find on the 9bot I'm forever filling up the back tyre, so I always make sure before I go out for a long ride, the back tyre is constantly filled up. The front tyre I don't have as much issue with. But you do have the front and rear suspension as well for comfort, and because it is a wooden deck, it's going to have a bit more flex opposed to a solid metal deck, so it's going to feel more comfortable as well with that solid tyre. This is the larger size, so this is the what they call the adult one. You can get a smaller one, which is a 7 amp-hour battery that's in here, a smaller stem and a smaller deck, and they call it the child one. So if you want one for your child, they've got the option there as well, you know. I don't know the specs fully on that one, but it's a nice thing that they've added a child's scooter in the range as well. But it's meant to be a lightweight scooter to get you around the city. And it looks cool. I think it looks cool. I like it in blue. Red is my favourite colour, but nobody wanted the blue. Like, I can't let the blue feel neglected. And I want to say a massive thank you to Zukboard for sending me out a scooter, especially with the brand name on it. I love it. If you want to see more of the scooter, please let me know. We'll take it out for a ride. We're going to do a test, a range test at some point when the weather clears up. And we'll take you through the settings whilst we're doing it as well. So there are no confirmed prices on this as of yet for our market, because there's other fees involved compared to the fact that these are made in China and then shipped to South Korea majority of the time. But if you like that, please let us know down in the comments. If you want to see more of this, if you want one, please let us know. Let the company know that you want them, and they will do their best to ship them to Europe. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe and hit that notification, and we'll see you in the next one.